Tony, Tony Doc, here to do a quickie. I'm going to try to make this painless as possible. The title of this video is actually Get a Diagnosis. What does it mean? Well, you imagine I've been there where you've been. You're traveling, maybe you're a few states away, a few counties or cities away from home, and all of a sudden the truck just stalls, breaks down, loss of power, boom, something blows, like a boost hose or something like that. So therefore, I kind of understand, when you get back, or what are you going to do now with the truck, and God forbid, you're going to have to figure out how to get her fixed and so on. And many of you are relying heavily on forums, and I'm on those forums, and I got to tell you, I give some advice on what they ought to be doing, and you'd be surprised how I get kicked back at it. Well, this and that. And the sad fact is, I see many of you actually just replace parts, put a crank sensor, put a cam sensor, put injectors, whatever. Do I need to put this? Thousands, in many cases, thousands of dollars invested in these trucks that you put just to get them running. And guess what? The trucks still don't get run. There's the crank no start, loss of power. There's the no crank no start. What are you going to do? So therefore, what I'm trying to say is that, you got to get a diagnosis. I just came from, like I said in the previous video, I just came from visiting a lot of shops, and I trained a few shops, and these are people that pay money to get trained up to date, so they care and they want to get up to date training, whether it being electrical, whether it being on a certain platform like the LM2 Duramax, the L5P Duramax, the 6.7 Power Stroke. So what I'm trying to say is that, there are good shops out there, and you as a consumer, the do-it-yourself, or the one faced with trying to figure out what are you going to do, is, where do I go? Well, there's a lot of reputable shops. I can vouch for many of them, and not all of us are trying to get after you, but just understand that it costs money to run a shops. Almost every truck now is like a Cadillac, if that helps you understand, meaning that they all have programmable modules. They all have, a lot of these newer trucks have electric networks all over the place. And the new ones, oh my God, I just. So in this case, I visited many shops, and what I'm trying to tell you is you can do a Google search and look for under Power Stroke Duramax or Graham Cummins, and look for a reputable shop. Call and say, hey, how much for a diagnosis? Sure, you might want to do the repair because, hey, they're trying to make money. They want your business, and that's okay. But you have the right to actually say, no, I just want you to do a diagnosis and tell me what's wrong with the truck. Now, where it gets interesting is they're going to give you a diagnosis, but we, as instructors and other coaches that coach businesses, we tell them you're supposed to do a bumper to bumper check. And in this case, they might come back to you and say, we found this with wrong with your truck, but your ball joints, your rear main seals leaking, or transmission's got an issue, or this motor mount's looking bad, or this and that, and you're probably, oh, they're trying to rip me up, get more. But no, most likely your truck probably has those issues, but you just don't want to hear it. You just want to get your truck running on the road. But our goal is to give you a safe vehicle. And believe it or not, we've had trucks in the past when I had the big shop. Yes, I had a big shop and I had employees. Was that, they would, like, the brake pads are gone, metal to metal. And they're like, and we couldn't legally, be in good honor to say, hey, you're going to lose brakes. It might happen down the street, might happen. Then you're going to find us liable. So in some cases, they didn't, customers did not like what we had to say. So with that said, get a diagnosis, quit spending all this thousands or hundreds of dollars on parts thinking that's going to resolve it. Because when you put a posting on a forum or you're asking for help, well, my truck did this. Well, guess what? Many different things will cause the same symptom. So therefore, it's best to pay, find out what's going on. Like the 6.0 forums. I don't even know why I'm on the Power Stroke 6.0 forum. Oh God, I don't know why I'm on there. Because guy says, well, I got lots of power, it's smoking. I'm only getting 10 pounds, 15 pounds of boost. Well, guess what? In order to make boost, you need heat. You need to make sure all those injectors are operating. But maybe you're cutting out, you got a stiction effect going on or something. But if I had my idea scan tool, I can do a power balance check and I could see what's going on. But again, you don't have that tool. And so you're thinking you can rely on that $79 little handheld tool with the emission data that's required by law. It's an OBD2 scan tool, but doesn't have proprietary. So, you don't have all that access that we do. That's why we pay the thousands of dollars that we have to pay in order to diagnose. So with that said, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you have to really understand. I mean, here I got a clip I'm trying to load right now of a, of a data here. And you can see here that as I play it, this is immense data. This is a Duramax L5P on a 17 truck, and you're going to see all this data there. And the thing is, you don't know what it means. And if you don't know what it means, that's why we guys have to study. We're not just, gear monkeys. I hate that relation that the people have on, oh, you guys are grease monkeys. No, we are now pretty much got to look at data. We're data viewers, and we also have controls of resetting parameters, adaptive learns, and so on. The list goes on and on. But in this case, what I'm trying to say is, even the L5P Duramax has a three-phase pump. So we need to know if the problem is the fuel pump control module, is it the pump, is it something going on in the comm rail system? There's been numerous recalls, or not recalls, but bulletins on the sensor for the fuel rail pressure. I guess what I'm trying to say, there's a lot more to it. So if you're thinking, you can do all the diagnosis with your little tuner thing, well, guess what? The tuner doesn't, well, I'm saving myself a ton of money. No, you're not. You don't have no idea the money we got to spend. So some of us have to have a generic tool that works with everything, because sometimes we might get a sprinter. I don't do sprinters all the time. And in this case, I'll occasionally get a sprinter, or I'll get a vehicle that I don't get, because I do the big three primarily, but sometimes I get it. So I have to buy tools for that. So give your nearby shop and look at the reviews. Google reviews are a good thing. I'm not a big Yelp follower, and I got my reasons for that, trust me. But the Google does a decent job. But always look for the disgruntled customer that just is pissed off. I made my mistakes. We all make mistakes, but we try to make them right. And sometimes you try to make them right, because no shop is perfect. So when I see a shop that has 5 stars across the board, to me, that's BS, because of the fact that they're going to make mistakes. And there's that customer you just can't make no matter what you do. So with that said, please understand, get a diagnosis. In other words, instead, get that truck towed. Maybe the tow bill is going to cost you money, but get it towed and get it looked at and see what's going on with it. And if there's extra stuff they find, just tell them, hey, I just need to get the truck, and then be honest about it. And those of you that are running like Jet A, Jet B fuel, you deleted it, you did this, you got to inform the shop so it makes their diagnosis easier, and ask them, call them up, start a relationship with a shop you can trust. And at that point, get a diagnosis done, and, support your local shop. Because I do support, they're my they're my customers too, because I train them. I go all over the nation and work with many shops. So with that, please note, there are good shops. Yes, there are some shops that are shady. And to be honest with you, I don't call them shady shops. It's those shops that refuse to get up to speed on the new technology. Actually, it's not even new anymore. And believe it or not, we're also talking about now in our trade about EV, but I'll do a video about EV later on, electric vehicles. So therefore, if you're one of those people that's going to whine and cry, oh, they blow up, blah, blah, blah. So do diesels blow up. What I'm trying to say is that, it's new technology. I kind of like it, but at the same time, we got to work with existing technology right now. So with that said, get a diagnosis. Don't waste your money on just making guy all this money. Get a diagnosis, call the shop, see who you feel comfortable with, and go with that. So because as a shop and a technician, I can tell you, there's some of us that try to do it right. Do we always get it right? Nope. Because Murphy's Law applies if you know Murphy's Law. So with that, give me your comments. I want to hear about what you have to say about that. But I know some of you might have been, screwed by a few shops, but understand there are good shops. And sometimes you got to go through a few bad apples to find that good one. But, if you need a shop recommendation in your area, I may know somebody there. And in this case, we appreciate it. But with that, give me your comments, subscribe, like. We'll see you again until next time. Thanks again. Now do you turn this thing off? There it is.